So GTNH just added industrialized multi-blocks for Botania, coming now in 2.8. With over 200 multi-blocks already, this was bound to happen, and I'm about to showcase just how powerful they actually are. With Botania being the best tech mod in the pack, let alone my favorite, in my opinion, of course I had to make them early and showcase it. So there are 4 new multis in total. Nothing too crazy, but they allow you to make completely mad amounts of mana and Elven gateway processed items completely lag-free and easily automatable. The 4 new multis are the Mana Fountain, unlocked in HV tier, the Fountain of Alchemy in EV tier, Fountain of Conjuration in IV tier, and the Elven Synthetic Gateway, unlocked in LUV. I've prepared all the items to craft them in my world, so let's get into investigating what they do. So to find out how to build these multis, you'll need to open up the Lexica Botanica. That's your guidebook. NEI won't help you here. Let's kick things off by making the 3 fountains. For my world, I'll be making 2 mana, 6 alchemy, and 4 conjuration ones. Why am I building so many? Because in this run, I'm going in all on Prismarine. The new prismatic line demands it, and we're going to push these pools to their limits to see exactly what rates we can achieve. To see the structure in-game, you can click visualize in the book, then just follow the schematic. I'll build them all here. While I'm building them, I'll talk about my current mana source. I've just unlocked the infinite mana pool in UV after obtaining infinity. The first thing that piqued my curiosity is how they will balance the wide assortment of items that you can just source infinitely. Not too much useful stuff, but it's free, so I guess we'll find out. I was running Prismarine on 64 Endoflames before this, which was a way overkill, but it worked and it seemed pretty good. So I couldn't imagine what a quad setup would do. Okay, here is all of them built. So now what we need to do is turn them on. This could be done easily using sparks. Sparks are able to be just right-clicked on the controller. Then you just have to make sure there's a pool nearby that can interact with them. I will be distributing mana using dominant and recessive sparks. This will allow me to reach every single pool that I have here. And there we are. All of them should say that they are online. Okay, let's get into the automation kind of things. This is a little bit controversial. So automating these multi-blocks with AE2 is extremely simple, and some may say it is too simple. When I say extremely simple, I mean it. The multi-blocks IO from the controller. We all know that Botania is supposed to be a mod without any GUIs, so this multi-block features that exact same idea, which is nice. The controller block actually auto-pushes the item into the bottom, and you can insert them from any side. What this allows us to do is literally place just an interface underneath the controller. This will IO automatically your crafts. Then you can just connect this to the main net. Botania patterns are really easy to make as well. I would recommend increasing your pattern size if you want faster production, but overall, it's probably fast enough for most your applications. Let's be real. There's nothing too insane that requires a ton of Botania. Here I'll just pattern Mana Steel, Mana Diamond, and Mana Pearls. Okay, let's try and test it out and craft 1,000 Mana Steel. And there we go, that's how quick it is. I would say that's a very reasonable for the cost. Okay, let's get into detail with the other fountains I set up. So Prismarine is going to be quite a big gate in 2.8. And Botania is one of the alternative ways to making it. The other recipe isn't so great, so conveniently, Botania has a nether quartz dupe and a conversion recipe that seems to suit this need perfectly. I'll go ahead and try to automate this to figure out just how fast this is with a quad to generate something out of nothing. Now I'll use my 2 Stargates worth of AE2 knowledge to quickly work out an automation for this. And ta-da! It is done. I'm using that same interface setup with nether quartz in it, locally stocking it, and accessing that with a storage bus in another subnet that is exporting it into the IO port. This prevents the quartz from ever running out by accident because they are always filling up the interface first. This seems to work perfectly, and the export buses should definitely have the throughput that this can handle. Now look at that, it seems to me like this is significantly faster than the dupe recipe, so you might need a fair few dupe fountains to match the alchemy ones for an optimal flow. Alright, time for the synthetic Elven gateway. This multiblock can also be found in the Lexica Botanica with the Elven research. Let's quickly visualize this and build it. Overall, I think the structure looks kinda cool, but I definitely wish it had some sort of animation like the former portal. But that's no big deal at all. This thing is meant to be industrial and lag free. Okay, let's hook this bad boy up to mana and turn it on with the hit of a living wood want. It should say online and we can apply the same interface onto the controller. Let's make a pattern and see how quick this guy is. It looks like it's about the same speed as the fountains, definitely better than throwing items into the portal. One key note for the Elven portal is that it passively consumes more mana than the normal one if you keep it on 24/7. Not like mana is too hard to get, but yeah, it might play a big factor in building this for you. Let me know your guys' thoughts on these new multis in the comments and I can try pass some feedback on to the devs. Consider subscribing if you want more updates or tutorials like this for GTNH in the future.